Assalamu alaikum traders, and welcome to today's FIL video update, FIL update. And I'm looking at FIL. FIL has already been pumping at the moment, and we're doing quite good, quite amazing. But now it's time to be careful. All the moves to the upside might have already played out, and this update is going to bring you some things that you might want to understand right now at the moment. So last time, I talked about the FIL coin on the altcoins party as well, and then it came down to a particular level, and now it's actually trying to move back up. But you gotta be very, very careful with this, particularly, especially with that green candle that you printed out. To me, it's not convincing at all. Okay, that's really, really dangerous at the moment. You're putting in something very, very dangerous because this is a resistance. $9.7 is a very, very big resistance. And I'm going to do all the details of what you want to know on the FIL coin as well. Number one is to dive in on the weekly time frame. And let's move on to the weekly time frame, of course. Now, on the weekly time frame, you do have 1 day and 13 hours to close the candle. Now, this is known as a bearish spinning top, the one that you see right there. And next week means that you're going to be dropping and retracing down, maybe back down to $6.07. And that means that Bitcoin can also drop to the downside. Do watch the Bitcoin update on the channel. I will suggest you to understand what is going on with Bitcoin because there's a huge decision coming in by 11th of August, 4 days, 5 days away from now. And if you see Bitcoin breaking down, then boom, this is going to go down. And if Bitcoin actually tries to manage to break to the upside, then we might be looking for $16, $17 for FIL coin right now. Otherwise, things can be really bad. Now, you did have this previous level, which was the all-time low, and you actually broke it to the downside. And if you look at it that way, you end up here, and that's actually acting as a very big resistance. And previously, it was support down there. Okay. Not only that, if I actually bring in another resistance line, I'm just going to remove all the drawings and bring the trend line here and take this trend line just from there to there, then you can already see we are sitting at a very, very big weekly resistance right now. And anytime you went there, look what happened next. So you went to the upside, made a bearish candlestick, and then you dropped to the downside. Went up here, got rejected there, went to the downside. Try to go back up again, got rejected, went to the downside. If you do go up here, you might get rejected and you might start to fall down to $3 again. Okay, so why do I say fall down to $3? So even though that sucks if you're looking for longing opportunities and something like that, but this is all logic. This is just my own logic, and the reason why we might go down to $3 is on the monthly, right? So if you were back here during this time right here, I would have told you that FIL is putting in a bear flag, and I will tell you that FIL is about to drop to this price level from 226, all-time high. And then if you were sitting at $59, and I told you that it's coming down to nearly $13, maybe you wouldn't believe me if I told you now you're going to go to $3. But the reason is because of the monthly bear flag. And if you do look at it that way, you actually came down, you put a bear flag, you haven't met the technical target. So hear me out, okay? So from there to there, you're looking for this price to move down to, and this is where you actually broke out of it, okay? And I'm just going to turn off the log scale so that we can see better. Yeah, with the log scale turned on, you cannot see where we're about to move. Actually, let me remove it back, bring it back, and I'm just going to zoom in there, just like this one. All right, so here we are, and that's the bear flag. I actually need to do the calculation pretty precisely here. Yeah, so, the technical target takes you from there to there, and this is where you're breaking out. Just right there. So you can see it takes you down to $3.5, $3.25 as well. And one more thing is that you're putting in bearish 3-line strike. When you see 3 candles back to back, which are red, and then you see one big huge green candle like this is actually a continuation to move lower, and it's not a bullish pattern at all. So that's it for today's update on FIL coin. Hope you enjoyed this detailed analysis, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Hello, Hafiz.